Hello, everyone. Welcome to Miss Aston's classroom for Math 1. This is the asynchronous assignment for August 12th. This will be due before the next class period, which for today will be August 13th. I'm just going to basically go over my syllabus and go over some basics of the class. Please feel free to ask questions either at our next class meeting, which will be August 13th, or you can always put it in the comments of the assignment or the stream, and I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen and go over to the syllabus. You should be able to access this document right on the same assignment that is in your that this video is in. This is Math 1. And I know that this distance learning is kind of new and it's going to look different for this year. So I'm going to do the best I can to adapt it to what helps you and what will make this year useful. At some point this year, we could go back to school, and so I'll make sure that I I tell you any changes that will be made. The first main thing is kind of what you can expect in my class. I'll be trying to implement what I would call a flipped classroom. What that means is that when you come to meetings during that time, you're going to be primarily, hopefully mostly, working out problems for yourself, and you'll be able to work in small groups. You'll be able to ask me questions. And so that any math problems you do, you're not going to be sent to do them on your own. You're going to be doing them while I'm around to help, or your classmates are around to help. There will be asynchronous parts, which are like this, a lecture, and where you can listen and kind of get information passively. And sometimes I'll have you go to a page in the book where you have to look and read a definition or something like that. And those are the things that are going to be done when they're not live. You can do that on your own in your own time. Some tools I'll use, Google Classroom will be like where you'll go to get any information about your meetings, about assignments, just anything. And you can always ask me questions on Google Classroom. Zoom will be where your meetings will be held. All of those links are going to be in Google Classroom. You could also find them on your Google Calendar. Your textbook, you have online textbook. You could also go to school and pick up a hardbound textbook also. You can have one or both, whatever you choose. The codes for the different classes are here, and there's a tutorial showing you how to do that. Desmos and Staplet, these are things that at various times you might go to as resources, and I'll always explain or have videos to show you how to do those. I will be having videos like this one. There's a YouTube channel. If you ever want to go to that, you can. Most of the videos should also be posted in your Google Classroom for any assignments you have. Edpuzzle is the tool where you'll be basically completing the lectures. It'll stop. You'll have to answer questions, get some information. Some things you'll need: make sure you have your textbook. Make sure you have a notebook, something to take notes on. You'll be asked to take notes and submit pictures of those notes. And you should have that out for scratch work when you're in class, that kind of stuff. Sometimes for activities, you might have to go get household supplies. I'll try to always give options, and if you can't find it, you'll never be penalized for that. All right, so a little bit about your schedule. So Mondays, you'll go to all your classes, and all the classes are 40 minutes. You can click on the bell schedule for more information. Tuesdays and Thursdays are A days, where you have 80 minutes. Wednesdays, Friday, B days, where you have 80 minutes. And a quick breakdown of what's going to happen in my class. On Mondays will not be a day where we're doing new work in Math 1. You'll have a warm-up. You'll do probably a very short group activity. And then you'll do a formative assessment. This will be done during this 40 minutes. I will have a Zoom posted with for this entire time. If you choose to log out and do that formative assessment on your own, that is fine. If you want to stay and get help and you're not sure, that is always fine too. So you kind of have options there. For the block days, the first part of class, you need to show up on time, you need to be there and stay. And then the second part of class, I'll show you where is a time where you'll have a choice. You can stay live, or you could mute and turn off your mute and turn off your video, and then work on this individual assignment. So it starts with a warm-up. You expect it to come, show up on time, have your video on, and you can mute yourself during this warm-up. After that, there'll be kind of a quick questions and check-ins. And then after that, we'll get started on basically working together, whether it's examples or you guys will go into breakout groups and work through some problems. And then I'll bring everybody back together for closure. For this first 45 minutes, you should be there at the meeting, participating with your video on. And then for this individual assignment time, you can go complete that on your own, but you could also stay and get help. You could mute and turn off your video and then work and then just kind of pop in. The meeting will be open and you have that opportunity, but you don't have to. So it's kind of your daily routine. Make sure you go check your Google Classroom at or before your scheduled class time. Check the agenda. Click on the link to join the meeting. Please be on time. And then you'll have to open a slideshow to complete the group work we're going to do together. And then after that, you'll do your individual assignment. The individual work is due by 5 p.m. that day. And if it's late, it just will be 75%, and that's it. Asynchronous work, that will be posted also. It should be short. The videos I'll try to keep between 5 and 10 minutes. But you'll basically be watching the video, answering questions, and perhaps reviewing either document slides or maybe some reading from the text. And then after you're done with that, you'll submit notes. The notes can be short, that's not a problem. And I'll go over more of that. Some online expectations. You must attend all of your meetings, your class meetings. There'll be 3 per week, and you need to be on time. And you'll be marked absent if you're not there. You need to be fully present and participating during the Zoom classes, meaning that in that first time, you need to really make sure mic on, camera on, so that you're there. Make sure use appropriate communication and language and attire. Just that, this is like a work environment, just like in the school classroom, and it needs to be professional. Students will treat others with respect and kindness in all online settings. This is incredibly important. You're going to be responsible for any behaviors online, and make sure that you are kind and respectful to all people when you're, on these Zoom. And keep your camera on when possible and appropriate. If there's something that you need, you let me know. And I don't mind, however, if you prefer to type in responses. If I call on you during class time, please feel free to type. You don't have to talk. If you would rather type it into the chat, I'll see your communication that way. There's no need. You should be completing your own assignments with integrity. Don't copy, don't cheat. The learning is for you, so make sure you're doing your work. For grading, 75% of the grade will be assessments. There will be tests, there'll be group tests, there'll be a final, there'll be formative assessments, there'll be projects. There'll be lots of opportunities for makeups and corrections, and sometimes, the formatives, you always get full credit no matter what. For your classwork, this is warm-up, group work, individual class assignments, and that'll be 20%. The warm-ups and the group work, you'll get 100% for showing up. The individual classwork, they'll be graded for correctness, but you'll always have opportunities to ask questions. And your homework, your asynchronous work, watching videos, etc., that is 5% of your grade, and 75% for anything that's late. If you want to read a little bit more about the content, this is what we'll be going over. There's kind of 5 big ideas that we'll be focusing on: linear functions, some basic algebraic skills and understandings, exponential functions, statistics, and then there's congruence, like a little bit of geometry. So I hope that will clear up some questions. If you have more, please feel free to email or ask. But I look forward to getting to know you this year and making this year as productive as possible.